Every occasion is better with a good cigar. That's why Shane and Randy created a uniquely wild business. They got a great deal on a 73 Airstream, and Old Stogie Company Mobile Cigar Lounge was born. Serving Victoria in the Crossroads area, this 31-foot vintage Airstream with its custom interior and outdoor seating options will elevate your event and impress your friends. Enjoy comfy benches, custom built, and walls made of reclaimed Hurricane Harvey fence slats. You could say Old Stogie Company was literally built on whiskey and cigar smoke. The next step in this crazy venture was to educate the public about cigars and the culture surrounding them. So the Old Stogie Radio Show was born. Here they are, your hosts for the next half hour. It's Randy Pollard and Shane Blucker, a.k.a. the Old Stogies.
Well, thank you, Stacy. We are the Old Stogies. I'm Randy.
And I would be Shane.
Are you sure? He had to look at the name badge. We have Old Stogie Company, 31-foot Airstream trailer that we built a mobile cigar lounge into. She's beautiful. She's comfortable. We take her around the Crossroads areas for wedding receptions, private corporate events, bachelor parties. Heck, last February, Shane, we did a Super Bowl party, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Boy, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. So we are available for rent. Go to our website for the rates, times, and all the amenities. So, Shane, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We had the Turkey Fest.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, Turkey Fest was a blast. A
Yeah.
lot of great bands. CJ was there.
CJ, yeah, he's a cool guy.
And, hey, Ruby.
Yeah,
Ruby.
yeah. So if you weren't there, no spoilers. We're not going to tell you who won the Great Gobbler Gallop. You'll just have to find that out for yourself.
Is that what they call it?
Yes.
Gobbler Gallop?
Great Gobbler Gallop. It's between Cuero, Texas, and where is it? Worthington, Minnesota?
Is it just the two?
It's just the two because they both claim to be the turkey capital of the world. And so this is how they settle it with the turkey race.
That is very unique.
Yeah, it is. So you've got Ruby Begonia, and from up north they have a turkey named Paycheck.
Paycheck.
Yeah. But
I'm
yeah.
sure there's a joke there with a turkey named Paycheck.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I can't. That's not. I can't.
No.
That won't make the radio.
No, that probably won't make the podcast. Speaking of,
We're getting very, very close.
how close are we getting?
Closer than we were yesterday.
All right, I like that.
There's a
Yeah.
lot to edit in that.
Yeah. That's why when you said, "Hey, I can edit these," I said, "Okay, go ahead."
Yeah, I thought, how hard is it to be a sound engineer?
Yeah, and we both look at Stacy, and
Only 20 years.
only 20 years. Okay, and that's just on our shows.
I have 20 days, so.
You'll get there. It's going to be worth it, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the people,
Yes.
right? For the
Well, I
cause.
should hope.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So Turkey Fest was good.
Yes, it was a really, really good event.
Yeah. Now last weekend, Boot Fest.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Victoria.
Well, thank you, Joel.
Thank you,
Joel.
Joel Nava.
Is it Joel or Joel?
Not Joel, Novosad. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Joel Novosad. Yes, thank you for having us. And,
Yeah, and the location.
location was off the
Wow.
hook.
Right off to the side of the stage.
Yeah.
We were slammed. It was great.
It was
We had a
fantastic.
lot of fantastic, wonderful people. I mean,
Yeah.
just a ton of them.
Yeah, great event. Now,
Hands down, one of our best ones since we've been open.
hands down, without a doubt. So, coming up on the calendar for next weekend, we're going to be in Shiner, Texas for the music festival.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that should be fun. It was fun last time we were out there.
Last time wasn't a music fest, though.
No.
Yeah, it was Half Moon Holidays.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was a great event. A lot of people out there.
That's what we call Christmas when I show my kids only one cheek.
How festive is that?
Yeah, we kind of have a little morbid mooning game.
Oh,
So.
nice. Yeah. So, hey, you guys want to come over for Christmas dinner?
No. Yeah.
But yeah, Shiner next Saturday, and coming up on November, we got some cool events coming up there too.
We do.
Yeah, we've got the Chili Spiel in Edna down at Breckenridge.
Is it spiel or spill?
Spiel?
Spill.
Spiel.
Spill.
Spiel. The word's lost all meaning. Spiel.
Yeah.
Spiel.
There's something to do with chili. We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. And Deutsch and Deutsch is having another great event.
Yeah, those
in
are
November
fun.
too. Yeah, those are a lot of fun. So
Do they know the music yet?
I do not know.
Okay.
Do not know.
Erica, Casey, We're just wondering.
Yeah, just wondering about the music. But no, that proves to be a great event as well. Our calendar is starting to fill up, guys. So if you are considering booking us for an employee Christmas party for your business, or you've got a private Christmas party that you're going to have a bunch of people at and you want us there, or golly, if you just want the guys to get out and have a poker night, call us. We'll definitely get that done for you.
And just so everybody knows, we do have the dual air conditioners for the summer, but we also have dual heaters for the those 3 days of winter.
That's right.
So we're prepared.
Yeah, and we may have to use them all 3 days this year.
We might.
Yeah. You know, my son is in New Hampshire, and I just pulled up the weather going up there. It's cloudy, intermittent rain showers, and 56 degrees. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's summer where I grew up.
Yeah, why did they even settle in that area? That's just, that weather's just disgusting, and it's all I can do to keep my wife from running up there and picking her baby up. So, anyway, who brought us that calendar, Shane?
That calendar was brought to you by 705 Designs.
705 Designs, great folks. Now listen, if you own a business, you got to get your message out there. Not everybody sees billboards. Not everybody reads the newspaper. Not everybody watches TV. So you've got to have a good targeted campaign toward your prospective customer. 705 Designs can do that for you. They're great folks. Check them out. SEVENOFIVE designs.com. Well, hey guys, coming up this half hour, we're going to be talking a lot about pairings. Now, if you caught the show last week, you know we talked a lot about pairing beer with cigars and then pairing cigars with beers. This half hour, we're going to be talking about wines and bourbons and how to pair what you're smoking with what you're drinking. And it's easier and harder than you think. But we're going to give you some tips to make that a little more better for you, make it a little easier for you, and get in there and find you a great pairing.
Yeah, we're going to break down some old, what do you call it, CW? Conventional wisdom.
Some old CW. Yeah.
So, and, if you know me from anywhere, I'm not a conventional wisdom type of guy.
This is new information.
Yeah, I'm not a joiner, so don't tell me that's what I'm supposed to do. Because I'll make sure that's exactly what I don't.
I'll agree with you on that. I'll join you in that camp, Shane. Now you got to abandon. Wait, now what do you do?
I got to go.
It's like receiving an award for humility. What do? You got to give it back. Yeah, I don't know that'll work. So, you guys join us on the other side of the music, and we're going to really dig into pairings for you. Club Classic Rock 106.9. All right, welcome back. We are the Old Stogies, and you're with the Old Stogie Radio Show. We're here at 5 o'clock every Sunday or after the Texans game. And Shane, don't you love the Beatles? I mean, that wasn't them, but don't you love the Beatles?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't really.
Well, just a little small talk there. So let's talk about pairings.
Okay.
All right.
So I think we're starting with wine, right?
We are starting with wine.
So that would obviously be you.
That would probably be me.
You're kind of a whiner.
Thank you. One of the nicest things you've ever said.
Hear the stuff I don't say. Wait, is that possible?
Yeah, okay. So I have found out over the course of how long we've been friends? 5, 6 years, 4 or 5 years?
Months.
What, like literally hours.
Yeah.
That you're not a big wine drinker.
No. Well, I mean,
unless it's in a paper bag.
Yeah, I have drank wine. I just never know what it is because I never rolled a bag down that far.
Right. Gotcha. So, but I wouldn't say I'm a wine snob or a wine connoisseur. But,
I would.
Well, yeah, but I do like my wine. I like a nice red wine. In fact, you and I were coming back from Corpus about 4 or 5 months ago, and we stopped at a winery, and it's like, dude, let's go and let's taste this wine.
Sure, yeah. I came off like such a rookie in there.
Oh, it's hysterical. The guy poured us the tastings for the wine, and I pick it up, and I swirl it, and I'm looking at the legs, and I stick my nose in it.
I'm keeping an eye on you out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah,
I'm
see
just
that.
not staring to see what's going on.
No, I noticed that. I take a little sip, and I look over, and Shane slams his. That wine went down like a fat kid on a seesaw.
Yeah, out of the corner of my eye, I saw you tip the glass back. So I thought, all right, here we go, the drinking part, man. And so I just poured it down, and I realized you were still swishing and spitting. I didn't know what was going on.
Well, the spitting came later. Spitting is, they frown on that unless it's really bad. But the swishing is to
I think
aerate
you're
the
supposed
wine.
to spit in a bucket so you clean your palate and get on to the next one.
No,
No?
no.
All right.
They do that with the glass. They wash the glass and they dump it in the bucket. So, but anyway, I do like a nice red wine, and that's why I'm doing this segment instead of Shane. So when you're trying to pair a cigar with wine, here's the thing: you've got reds, you've got whites, you've got rosés. Some of your whites can be a little sweeter. Some of your reds can be a little sweeter. Here's kind of the general rule of thumb. If you're drinking a white, you probably want to go a little lighter with the cigar. So possibly a Connecticut shade is going to work better for you with the white, so it doesn't overpower it. Now, if you're smoking a sweeter wine, I keep smoking wine over here. If you're drinking a sweeter wine, you probably want to add a touch of sweet into your cigar, or the cigar is going to come off real bitter.
But not necessarily a flavored cigar.
Not necessarily a flavored cigar, but it could be a flavored cigar. It could be a vanilla. It could be a rum. It could be anything like that. But just to add a little bit of sweetness, because if you've got like a Moscato or a really sweet wine, and then you pair that with a regular cigar, it could come off as a little bitter because of the sweet that you've got with the wine. Does that make sense?
Sort of.
Okay.
I'm just thinking if you're drinking a Moscato, you're probably smoking a Virginia Slim, aren't you, Susan?
I'm not talking about me. We've already established I don't like white wine. Oh, man. Oh, that one hurt.
Sorry.
Oh. You see the pain I go through for you people to bring this radio show every week. Anyway,
That was funny. Come on.
that was pretty funny. I'll give you that one. That was pretty funny. If you're drinking a rosé, rosés can be a little dry sometimes. Whites can be a little dry sometimes, and so you probably still want to stay with kind of a mild cigar to help complement that. Now, reds. Reds. Aha.
I have nothing to offer.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
okay.
Joining in.
You
on
just
the fun.
like you're a joiner. I know. I got you.
Wow. Caught me on that one.
Yeah, I guess I did. But the reds, now you've got the very full-bodied reds, you've got the very light reds, you've got the little bit of sweeter reds, you've got the dry reds. Here's the thing with the reds. There's two schools of thought. One is that the body of the cigar should complement and mirror the body of the wine. So if you're drinking a very full-bodied Merlot, a very full-bodied Zin, that you want a very full-bodied cigar. Now that doesn't necessarily mean a very dark wrapper, but you want something with some body to it and lots of flavor so it doesn't pale with the wine that you're drinking. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure does.
Yeah. Now, some people like to do it just the opposite. They've got a really full-bodied wine and they use a light cigar. To me, you're always just a little off balance there because one is always overpowering the other one.
And we're going to touch on that a little bit when it comes to the whiskey part.
We are. But it's like smoking a Jacobs with a Pinot Noir. The Jacobs is going to so overpower that light, fruity wine. It's just, in my opinion, not a really good match. But pick your favorite wines, grab you a couple cigars, and see what works for you. But
trial and error.
Trial and error. I think
or
you'll
just trial.
find, or just trial. Dostoevsky, Crime and Punishment. No, that's different. I think you'll find that the fuller-bodied cigar, not necessarily a Maduro wrapper, but a fuller-bodied cigar with a full-bodied wine is really going to be a nice pairing for you. At least for me, that's what I like.
And yeah, I mean, I've been right there with you. I mean, we've tried a few things out at Gulf Breeze.
We
Winery.
have. Yep,
we
we
did
have.
some pairing out there, and
Yep.
we kind of went with that train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, everything worked out well. It was good. I had the Jacobs and the very dark port.
The Zinfandel, right?
Zinfandel?
Yeah, it was a Zinfandel.
That doesn't sound like a tough name. I'm sorry.
No, it can be. It can be very full-bodied.
But yeah, I was the one that got chosen to do that. And
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. Woo.
Yeah.
I mean, later.
But each one carried its own.
Yes.
On that.
Yes, it did.
I mean, you weren't like, wow, this is great. Wine is great. I wish I had a cigar. Oh, I do. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm. No,
Nobody got left behind, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, both flavors were very, very strong.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you like that type of thing, man, that's That's perfect.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Go for it.
That's really perfect.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes it that way, though.
Not everybody does. And I like a nice Cabernet.
Yeah.
And I like a little bolder wine. I don't like it real dry. And for me, I found that one of the Camachos go well with it. One of the Quick Draw Connecticut's go well with it. And one of the Habanos that I had the other day.
Which is a medium.
It's a medium-bodied cigar, a little darker wrapper. But because of the Cabernet that I was drinking, it paired really nicely with it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Shane and I are going to step out and have a cigar. You guys enjoy this music on Club Classic Rock 106.9.
Hey, Whiskey Drinking Woman by Nazareth. What an awesome song.
That's
I'd like to
pretty badass.
dedicate that to my wife.
Yeah, that was nice.
She didn't like whiskey. It was
Yeah.
just our third date. We went and saw Nazareth.
Oh, I see. I got you.
So what were we talking about?
We
segment?
were talking about wine pairings with cigars, and you were getting ready to take us into a conversation about whiskey pairings with
Whiskey
cigars.
pairings. One of my favorite things to do.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you talked about the whole light, medium, full.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
the way to go.
Kinda
And a lot of cigar
matching your-
aficionados
Yeah.
nowadays. That's the way they feel
Right.
about whiskey. I mean, you ask 10 of them, and 9 of them are going to tell you that's the way to go.
And why
but
do
we established earlier in the show,
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah, why do
I'm
I get the
not a-
feeling you're getting ready to blow me out of the water
I'm not
here?
a joiner. I'm not going to.
I got
If you
you.
tell me
Okay.
that's what I should do, I'm going to
Yeah.
figure out something else. But I mean, here's my thinking on that. First of all, when it comes to whiskey, I'm not absolutely positive that you want to go with the strongest cigar and the strongest whiskey that you can find.
Agreed.
You don't necessarily want to go with the lightest whiskey and the lightest cigar, because then there's no flavor difference, there's no nuance. So I'm kind of in the court of not necessarily opposites attract, but that's a good way to go.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
a
I'm
light
listening.
cigar
I'm listening.
with a heavy whiskey,
Okay.
or a light whiskey with a very bold, full-bodied cigar. I mean, a lot of this is just, like we talked about earlier, trial and error. I mean, figuring out what works for you.
It is, because when you and I say a heavy cigar, that somebody else may not think that's a heavy cigar. Their tastes are going to be different. And the same thing with a full-bodied whiskey. Well, you know, it may be full-bodied for us, but not for someone else, you know?
Right.
Like a rye. A rye's got a totally different taste to me, but for someone else, that may be the taste that they crave and love.
And see, that's where I am. You kind of want the cigar to complement the whiskey.
Yep.
Or the whiskey to complement the cigar. You don't want them fighting each other.
Right, right.
Just try this.
Okay.
Get yourself 3 different whiskeys.
Yeah.
You know, a nice light corn whiskey, a medium body whiskey, and a spicy rye. And then
Okay.
grab yourself a cigar. Key here is to take notes,
Yes.
which both of us are horrible at.
Yes, most people are. Most people are just, oh, I'll remember.
Right.
You won't. Trust me.
Now, a lot of these are just suggestions. So,
Yeah.
I mean, just think about this. So, when you first get the cigar, cut it, take a cold puff just to kind of get a flavor palette for it
Without it being lit.
without it being lit.
Okay.
Right. And then go ahead and light the cigar.
Okay.
Smoke about a quarter to a half an inch, because it takes about a half an inch before the cigar flavor starts to open up.
Gotcha.
So my suggestion when you do that is try it this way. Take a puff of the cigar, hold it in your mouth for a second, exhale, take a sip of whiskey immediately afterwards.
I see.
And then try it again with that exact same whiskey,
Yeah.
but do it the other way. Sip of whiskey, hold it in your mouth for a second, swallow it, obviously.
Yeah.
And then a puff of cigar. And you try that with all 3. And you work your way through all 3 of those whiskeys. Now, you're not going to find that night what works perfect for you.
Right.
So what you would do is maybe I don't know how much you drink. It could be, you did that at breakfast. You could do this at lunch if you
Yeah,
want to.
absolutely.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
But 3 similar whiskeys,
Right.
a light, a medium, a full. Pick a different cigar.
Yeah.
Do the same thing.
Okay.
Take notes, and you'll kind of, you see where I'm headed. You'll
Yeah.
figure out what works best for you.
I have a question.
Okay.
But between sips of whiskey, do you need to take a drink of water or something to kind of clean everything?
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's why you do this several different times, because your palate can change. And let's be honest, start with whiskeys that are under 110 proof.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you're a
Absolutely.
novice, start with whiskeys under 110 proof.
Shoot for 90.
Right. And
Yeah.
small sips. because
Yes.
the more intoxicated you get, your palate changes.
Your palate changes, yes.
So once you go through all three of those whiskeys,
yeah.
look at your notes, go back and try something. But I mean,
Yeah.
this is a process. You have to figure it out as you go along, write down the notes. Basically, the most important thing is don't let anybody tell you what to like or what to try. I mean, this is a process of finding out what you like.
Right.
And you know what? We're available for those type of events.
I was just going to ask, aren't we starting to do pairing events like that?
We can. Yes,
Yeah.
we can. We could show up at your house. You bring your buddies out, man. You guys supply the whiskey. We got the cigars. We'll do the flights.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, yeah. And you make your own notes, and there you go. You've just found a new way to smoke a cigar and a new way to drink whiskey.
Yeah. Essentially, it's figure it out for yourself. Find out what you like. But
Yeah.
this is a process. These are the steps that can kind of help you.
That's brilliant. That's great. I like your advice better than mine about the wine. That was great. All right. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys for wine and whiskeys. And what about clear spirits?
No.
No,
Don't even mess with it.
Generally, you don't drink a clear
Yeah,
spirit with a
except-
cigar.
Yeah, well,
Except for-
vodka, gin are kind of frowned upon.
Right.
Tequila's okay.
Tequila's okay.
If you're doing vodka and gin, just stick to your diet pills and just move on.
Okay, but normally you want a caramel colored liquor for cigars. Gotcha. Well, hey guys, don't forget we're going to be at the Shiner Music Fest this coming Saturday. Saturday.
Either day.
Either.
We'll be-
And we are here on this station at 5 o'clock every Sunday. We are the Old Stogies. Thanks for joining us, and remember,
Smoke them if you got them.
and we got 'em.
This has been the Old Stogie Radio Show. Tune in each and every Sunday at 5 p.m. to catch up with Randy and Shane about their favorite pastime, drinking whiskey and smoking cigars. Find out more and book them to enhance your next event at Old Stogie Company.